Steve. 2 years after the record May 2010 flood, the Army Corps of Engineers is finding itself flooded with lawsuits.
Gibson Guitar, Nissan, Verizon, and now British insurer Roy and Son Alliance PLC, they've all filed suit. They claim the Corps mishandled the floodwaters and are seeking legal damages. On Monday, Gaylord also filed suit against the Corps and the National Weather Service. The company says it incurred millions of dollars in damages because the Corps opened Old Hickory Dam, causing water levels downriver to top the 100-year floodplain.
Today marks 2 years since floodwaters devastated much of Middle Tennessee, and in one Clarksville neighborhood, that anniversary is making folks nervous. News Channel 5's Heather Graff is live on Woodstock Drive, and Heather, the homes there flooded not once but twice.
Well, that's right, Vicki. We know it's hard to believe, but on May 2nd of 2010 and May 2nd of 2011, the yard that I'm standing in was completely covered in water. But this year, it does appear that residents are finally getting some relief. It's a picture-perfect day on Woodstock Drive in Clarksville.
We got up and looked out and just couldn't believe it.
Blue skies that Doris Kelsey and her neighbors just aren't used to seeing on the 2nd of May. You see, this was their street on May 2nd of 2010, when floodwaters swallowed their belongings and put residents out of their homes for weeks.
I estimated it about $30,000. I had a lot of things stored in the garage. Of course, I lost my car, which was partially covered by insurance.
And on May 2nd, 2011, it happened yet again.
Water was waist deep, but he waded in.
The pictures are still hard to look at for Doris, especially since she now knows the floods here were caused not by Mother Nature, but a drainage issue, and nothing was being done to fix it until now.
What you see going on right now is the first step in a multi-step process.
The construction started this week and is part of a costly plan approved by Clarksville Council members last fall that's designed to prevent future floods, this time for good.
I think as a government, you're responsible to make hard choices, and part of that and part of being in leadership is being willing to fix an issue that you recognize as a problem that has to be addressed.
And so the sounds of progress for Doris.
You know, it's good to hear the motors running over there.
Make this dreaded anniversary a bit easier to deal with.
No, we don't look back. We look forward.
And in the distance there, you can see where crews spent much of the day moving dirt as they prepare to expand the drainage basin that sits right adjacent to this neighborhood. And for right now, residents here are just keeping their fingers crossed that the plan works. We are live tonight in Clarksville. Heather Graff, News Channel 5 HD.
Thank you, Heather. Clarksville city leaders have already set aside $400,000 to fund the project, but will need about $1 million to get it all done.
Of course,